A lifelong Collingwood supporter, Jodie is a founding member and co-owner of Pricewaterhouse Indigenous Consulting. She has had a remarkable career in business, consulting and project management. She was a finalist in the Telstra Businesswoman of the Year Award, a recipient of the Prime Minister's Centenary Medal, named in the Australian Financial Review's Top 100 Women of Influence. As head of PwC Indigenous Consulting, Jodie has advised organisations including the AFL, Cricket Australia, the Department of Premier and Cabinet of the Victorian Government, Australia Post, the Aboriginal Land Council of Tasmania and many more. And over the past 3 years, she has served as chair of the Collingwood RAP Committee, which is the Reconciliation Action Plan, and has been a big supporter of our Burrawan program and Indigenous activities. She is busy with a young family, but has generously accepted our invitation to serve on the Collingwood board. Jodie, come forward before we ask for people to second and acknowledge your elevation of the board. Tell us about your Collingwood journey. What does Collingwood mean to you? How are you a pie?
I'm one of the ones that didn't have a choice. Coming a lifelong supporter. From a young age, I knew what it meant to be a supporter of a great club. Then coming into the 1990 Grand Final, you realise the reach of what a great club can do in winning premierships and how far that reaches into our families, how far it reaches in the communities. How can you not be part of the greatest club in the extraordinary game of AFL?
So who's your favourite player? Who's your favourite Collingwood player?
Well, as a young one, we were there trying to save some coin to collect the badges, and I thought you might ask me that question. I saw some of the older players in the room, but at that time it was Mick McGowan, and that's the number I put on my Guernsey.
Okay. Well,
I saw him up there in the highlights before.
Good Ballarat boy, or Sebastopol.
Well, that's where I was raised.
Exactly. So you're a Ballarat girl?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, tell us, coming onto the board, what is the significance of Collingwood in the community, not just the Indigenous community, but what do you think, where do we go? What's the next step and what can you contribute? What are you going to bring to the Collingwood Football Club?
Well, I'm an accountant and auditor by trade, so I've got a strong appreciation for process and corporate governance. So making strong organisations great and great organisations better. What I spend a lot of my work doing with PricewaterhouseCoopers Indigenous Consulting is creating greater impact. So strong organisations are measured by their assets and their financial position, but it's also about what greater good we can do. So I see great potential in what Collingwood's already doing. We're doing amazing things in our Aboriginal communities and across all of our communities in Australia. And I see great potential of what can come further from the work we're already doing.
Jodie, welcome to Collingwood.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Thank you.